Hello students, so here I am again with another lecture on graphics, another problem. If you remember, last time we discussed about isometric projection of a hexagonal prism when the axis of the prism will be perpendicular to HP, or you can say the base will be on the HP. So for drawing that isometric projection of that hexagonal prism, initially we have drawn the orthographic projection of the base of that plane, that solid, that will be hexagon. This time I am taking the reverse problem. This time I am taking a hexagonal prism with base side 25 mm, axis again 50 mm. Now this time I will make this 60 mm. So I am taking axis 60 mm, and this time the axis will be perpendicular to the VP. And if further I want to express, then I will say that the two rectangular faces parallel to HP with two rectangular faces parallel to HP. So if I look at this figure, then this will be the front view of that regular hexagon, that is the base of our hexagonal prism. So initially I will start with this base. Now if this is the front view, then I will again bound this hexagon inside this rectangle, that is G, H, I and J, and initially I will plot the isometric of this hexagon. So for that I will use the two axes, one will be 30 30 and second will be 30 and second will be 90 axis. Like this. And on these two axes I will plot these lines. So this will go on the 30 line and the next side will go on the 90 line. So this will be on this, and this length, that is the height of the rectangle, this will go on this, and you can go parallel, or with the help of arcs I can mark these two lines, and if I join these two, this is the required this rectangle in isometric projection when this will be a front view. And if I now plot these points, then as already I told you that from J the distance of B will be same for the C, the distance of C from I, distance of F from G and distance of E from H. So once I will mark this in a compass and use all these four distances on these lines, you can easily get this figure, these 4 points. The same way this A will be the midpoint of this line, same for this D. So I will mark these 2 points also, and if I now join all these points by straight lines, so this is the isometric projection of this hexagon when this is placed, so that this will be the front view of that regular hexagon. Again, if you see in this figure, these two lines are retaining the same length as this is in this figure. These two lengths are enlarged, these two lengths are shortened. Now as this will be a square hexagonal prism, so one way will be I can bound this inside a box. This is known as the box method. You can also call that box method. So this time I am explaining you the box method to bound any solid inside a box. So this hexagonal prism will be bounded inside a square prism. A square prism of 3 dimensions, that is this dimension plus third dimension will be 60 mm. So for that I will draw another 30 line that is in the third direction. So this 30 line I will use, and on this 30 line I will mark the distance 60 mm. So this is 25 plus 25, 50. Mm more I require. So 10 mm I am picking from this figure, that is almost 10 mm. So this will be 10 mm. This is 60 mm. Then this length and this 60 again. From here I can mark this 60. Then this length, and again the same length I can carry forward. So this way, by using this third axis, I can easily bound this whole object inside a box, that is a cuboid, or you can write now that will be a square prism. And same way I can mark these points in the back side for the backside base. So these points, same pattern in the backside direction. And if I join those 2 points, then we need one more point from the back side, that will be for this length. Then backside line, that is again at the same distance, that is this distance. So that is the point from this, and join this with this one. Now look at the figure. This is the isometric projection of this hexagonal prism when it will be lying on one of its face on the HP. Actually, the face will be on the HP, or you can say parallel to HP, and this time the axis will be perpendicular to the VP. And this method is known as box method. So you can bound initially the object inside a box, and later on you can mark the different points, and you can easily get the different points. I hope you understand. Just try to solve this problem. So this is very interesting method, that is known as box method. For particularly small machine parts, machine objects, what we will do initially, we will bound the whole component inside a cuboid, and then mark those points and finally finish the figure, and you can get the required isometric projection. Thank you very much.